Hey, welcome to another Copy AI live demo. Today I'm going to show you what to post to grow your personal brand on social media. So if you're looking to grow your personal brand on social media, content marketing is one of the best ways to do it. Content marketing helps you build your audience and attract more clients by sharing educational content. It's not just about talking about yourself, it's about providing value to others. But what if you don't have time to write engaging content? It can be very difficult. You could hire a freelance writer, but that costs money and it takes time going back and forth to get the content that you're proud to share. And what if you're not a great writer yourself? Let's face it, most of us aren't trained writers, and it's a skill that you have to master. Well, in this video, I'll show you how AI can help you write engaging educational content in less time without stressing about it, and maybe have a little fun in the process. So in this demo, it'll be about 1 hour. I'll help you write better content in less time with AI. We're going to go through a few different topics today. So first off, the types of content that will help you grow your personal brand on social media, how to use AI to turn your thoughts into beautifully written social posts, ways to repurpose your content, and how to use AI to come up with content ideas. So you'll never stare at a blank page again. So if you're here live, let me know. Say hello in the comments. We'll make this interactive. I can even write some content for your business today. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help. So you have my time today. I can do some demos for you and help you get the most out of Copy AI. So I want to show you something real quick here. The way I wrote that intro was using Copy AI, and here's just an example of how I did it. Let me go full screen here. All right, so what I did is I went into Copy AI. I used the freestyle tool, and I told it I want to write an intro to a YouTube video. All right, so I'm doing a live demo right now on YouTube and Facebook. So I just gave it a general idea of what I'm trying to write, and then I told it what are the main points you want to cover. I gave it a few details. So how to write engaging content to grow your personal brand on social media. Key point, the content marketing is a great way to attract clients through educational content, what you'll learn. So I gave it a little bit of information, a quick brain dump of what I wanted to get across in the video, and it wrote all of this in one click. All right, so if we scan through this, I think I grabbed some things here from the second result. I changed the intro a little bit. I grabbed a different result here, but I went and just kind of picked through the ones that I liked, and it helped me create that intro to this video. So, it's not just about writing, but it's about using this content in many ways. You can create more engaging videos, educational content for courses, trainings, webinars. There's so many ways to use AI for all of your writing needs, and that can translate into great audio recordings for podcasts, video recordings. Can help make all of your content just pop a little bit more. And the way it does that is because it's trained to write more engaging content. So you'll see how it's asking questions, it's making bold statements, it's grabbing your attention, right? This can help you articulate your points in a more clear and compelling way. So what I did is I went through and just grabbed some of these, threw them on my slide deck, and there you go. I had a great intro to this video. And that's how it can be used in many ways. All right. So when it comes to writing content and posting it out there, it really comes down to what kind of content do you want to share and be known for? And then how can you articulate your thoughts and craft them using artificial intelligence? And you could do this on your own, sure. I mean, you could probably sit down and kind of write this stuff up, but to see these kind of results in one click, let me just do another post or another content generation here. I'll just create content. Now I use the persuasive tones. I want it to be a little bit more actionable. There's other tones that you could use to kind of match the style of how you want to show up. It could be friendly, relaxed. Really depends on your brand and your goals. But let's just see here. It's very clear to the point. Look at that. That really grabs the pain point here. How can you build an audience and attract more clients without spending hours writing content? Okay, kind of missed the point here. I was hoping to go right into AI, but that got my creativity going. Like, oh, that's a great hook, right? So what I'm looking for here is these hooks that's going to grab the attention of my audience, things that I can pull out. And now that also gets my creativity flowing. So I can use the editor over here on the right side to start to craft my own content. Okay, so you can grab it, you can paste this and use it however you need to. Here's the secret. I actually want to move into AI, right? AI can help you do help you write great content in way less time. All right. Now, if I don't really love what I wrote there, I can hover over that and rewrite it. Here's the secret. Can I say that in a better way? I don't know. Let's find out. Can help you write great content quickly and efficiently. Nice. That's another way of saying it. You can use AI to write great content without spending hours on it. Perfect. So a few different ways of saying that same thing. Okay. So that's a few quick ways to use Copy AI is just give it some details about what you're trying to get across and share, scan through the results, pull them out, and start to piece it together. So I can scan through this. You know, if it is an intro to a video, that's a pretty compelling little intro. All right. So let me pause there. And before we dive in further, yeah, a question about the pricing plan. If you're looking for, sorry, I didn't hear back on that one, but as far as pricing plans go, the old pricing plan is no longer available. There's really nothing that can be done. It's actually the whole billing system got changed. So that was a special offer for early users. And if you missed that deal, unfortunately, there's no way around that right now. I'll check with the team to see why you didn't hear back on that support email, but sorry if you're looking for some of the old pricing plans. Those were just short-term deals and are no longer available. Hey, glad you're loving Copy AI. Let me know if you have any questions, anything I can help you with today. If you want me to demo some content for your needs or even client needs, be happy to do that. All right, let's see here. Natalie, working on a website and I was wondering what tools should I use on Copy AI to write words that will attract my ideal client for my homepage? Perfect. I think you shared in the past the some of the details about your business. If you could drop them on here, let me know. I think it was content writing, if I believe. Give me some details about your business, and I'll give it a shot. Yeah, Black Friday offers. Yeah, any special deals or promotions, those are all temporary, short-term things. So if you missed any of those in the past, you know, that's just how it goes. Another language, yeah. It has multiple languages. I forget where they moved that to. Is it in your account somewhere? Gosh, there it is, up in the top right. The language options, you can choose the input and the output. It's pretty good at translating too. I don't speak multiple languages, but I know people who do, and they'll put the input in English and they see the outputs in like Spanish and they say, wow, it's very, very good at doing that. So it's pretty cool for writing in different languages. So try that out if you haven't done so yet. Facebook Ads Manager for service-based business. Great. Okay, so that's a good topic. Okay, so let's get into a couple of these things here. What kind of types of content can you start to share on social media? This actually really ties back into your website for blogging and just general educational content that you could use to persuade someone to take action, understand the value of what you're offering. So I'll go through that. And then we'll get into writing it with artificial intelligence. So I found this resource here. This was created by plannat, I believe.com. Just want to give them credit. It's just an infographic online, but they have 20 things to post to grow your personal brand. So we'll scan through this really quick. Build trust by showing the person behind the brand. So like personal stories, challenges I've experienced recently, biggest lesson I learned from my first job, the hardest day in my business has been, a cause I'm really passionate about. Those are ideas you could start with. And that's something that working with AI, you can actually plug in some of that and it'll start to spin off. The challenge there is it may not be true, right? It'll make things up. So one way to write that would be, let's try this, an educational, a social media post to engage my audience and connect with them on a, I'll just say deeper level. connect with my, I will say, audience. So the main points, a recent lesson that I learned in my business was, and that could be a prompt to help you get started. So maybe it's Facebook ads. You know, Facebook ads aren't, um, can't help you if you don't have a great offer. So just by saying that, I can work with maybe an educational tone here, or a even empathetic or professional tone. You can find tones here that work for you. You can also add in your own just by typing it in. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I'll say a helpful tone. That makes sense. Now, the main points here, it'll start to pick up on that and expand. So I may just kind of repeat it at the beginning, but if you look through, you'll start to see it like continue that thought. So you see it repeated it right there, but then you need to have an offer that's so compelling and irresistible that people will be willing to pay for it. This is essential because if you don't have a great offer, you're going to waste money on Facebook ads, not getting results. Right? I mean, right there, just help me complete that thought. See, I like this. The problem is now it's a more of an opinion, like a little bit more like, you know, um, talking about a mistake that people make. Most people think that Facebook ads as a way to drive traffic to the website. That's not the best way to use them. All right. So what I could actually do here is even pull out these lower sections and ignore that initial part, but it's helping me build opinions and like create a narrative around that idea. That's a little bit different. So you see this one here is another way of kind of saying that point. And this is where many people struggle. They try to come up with new things all the time when really you only need to make a few points in your marketing. That's actually what branding is. So it's getting known for something over and over and over. So what are the things you want to be known for? And how can you create more and more content around those couple different topics? So let's say, let's do a post here. The problem is most people think, da, 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 da. And we'll do post one. Let's say something like the offer is the key. And I could just change the beginning there, like when running Facebook ads. All right, so I can just keep scanning through. What else did the AI come up with? Now, this one didn't repeat it. So you see a little bit more variations as we scroll down the page. You're going to get a handful of results every click, so you can scan through and see what you like. You can also save these for later. So when I save it, it goes into a folder for saved content up here within that project. The project has its own editor on the right, so you can organize your thoughts and take notes over here. And you can also save these, and they'll go into that saved folder, so you can go back through in the future and see which ones you liked. So we can just scan through here. Learned a lot of. One of them was that Facebook ads can't help you if you don't have a great offer. Ooh, that's engaging. Look at that. What's your offer? Drop it below. I like how it understands the context of social media. This is another way of phrasing it, right? So it's a little bit more of a question, or like kind of grabbing their attention, then moving into it could be because of this. Now it's actually talking about the benefits of Facebook. And this is actually a classic sales copywriting strategy, is starting with a key point. Facebook ads can be an incredible tool for helping you grow your business. But, right, that shift into the real truth here, they're only as effective as the offer behind them. If you have a great product or service that people love, but no one knows about it, then Facebook ads. I mean, that kind of missed the point there, but I like that first line. So there's one way of doing that really fast, and that gets the creativity flowing. So, for example, I've been experimenting myself, and I'm starting to play around with some like posting for my own personal brand, and I've been using this strategy. So, like, you don't have to be the best at what you do to become a successful course creator. That was a thought that I had, And I thought, man, I'd love to expand on that. So I kind of just ran that thought through Copy AI. And within like 10, 15 minutes, I was able to craft up some, different angles, and I pieced it all together into a quick little article. This was actually a post that I put in my Facebook group and shared it, but now I'm repurposing it as a blog. You see this format here. It looks really nice when it's formatted and looks nice. But it was actually a quick little Facebook post that I just created a graphic and just packaged it up in a more compelling way. So I'm actually starting to do this myself. There are multiple ways to monetize your online course, even if you don't sell it. So questions and fears that come up that I see from my customers and clients that I work with who are creating online courses, I want to just help them understand some different angles. So Copy AI actually came up with all these different points, right? So one way to do that would be just dropping that in. Topic, goal, give them a list of ways they can monetize their course. And I'll go with that helpful tone and create content. While it's generating, let me take a look at the comments coming in. Let's see, make a newsletter funnel for about 7 emails with information. Yeah, that's a good question. It can definitely help you write out multiple emails with educational content, helpful tips. It's a really similar process. And I actually have in the notes to this video, let me pull that up really quick. I've got a great resource for you here on that exact point. So in the description, you should see a link to some notes and resources. This is a document that I put together just to try to put everything in one place that I've been sharing on the demos. And one that I want you to check out is the Persuasive Sales Copy 6 Emails Every Business Needs. And if you look back, I did a couple demos on this and actually wrote out like an email campaign. Here is the diagram. Let me close that out. Basically, the sales email campaign would have multiple emails. What's cool here is the overlap between this and what we're talking about today with content marketing and building your brand. That's actually what this email campaign is structured to do. So it's talking about solving their problem, sharing success stories, overcoming objections, challenging their beliefs, right? Most people think this, but the truth is this, right? Many people think that Facebook ads are going to can grow your business, but it only works if you have a great offer, right? So that's the challenging beliefs and maybe seeing things in a different way. So those are actually a lot of overlap there with the types of emails you can do in an educational sales campaign. And you can use that same content really to fill up your social media as well. And those kind of topics or themes can be really useful. So check that out. There's a whole resource there, and I go into more information into all this, which is really, again, super useful. So check it out. This could help you with your content marketing as well if you're not writing an email campaign at the moment. All right, so let's continue on. And I want to take a look at the results that I got for this, a social media post to engage and connect with them on a deeper level. Even if you don't sell it, give them a list of ways to monetize their course. All right, some quick ones, couple quick wins there. That could be a quick little social post. Subscription, let's see, sell an ebook. Let's take a look. Host webinars. It's missing the point a little bit here. Let's see. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a pretty good point there. Offer group coaching. So actually what I did for that article, I'll show you another strategy here. So let's say the concept is I want to share this strategy. This is actually another way to go about it. So sometimes social media is going to be short, quick. You see the formatting here is a little bit different. If you want a little bit more of a filled out content, what you can try is saying a section of a blog article and even a section of an educational blog article. Then here we could say blog title, and this is a little bit more abstract, but what you're thinking here is like, what's the overall goal? And in your business, you probably have a goal or a belief that you want your customers to have. In my case, if I'm trying to sell courses or Facebook ads, you may say something like blog title, why every service provider should create their own online course to build their brand authority and scale their business faster. That's a belief that I want to have as an underlying theme for all my content. And then I could say section title, something like this. That right there will give us a little bit different style of writing. And what we're really going to do here is change out the section title. So what it understands now in a blog context, it's going to be a little bit longer form, a little bit more educational, not really like punchy for social media. It's a little bit more in depth. That may be a better strategy for you in your brand building if you want to be a little bit more thorough with what you're sharing. So trying this, let's take a look here. All right, some good ideas. Let's keep browsing. Interesting angles. I like this. See, this line right here is a great point. So that's something I would pull that out and highlight that. And that really grabbed my attention. One of the most exciting things about creating your online course is that you have a lot of options when it comes to how you can make money with it. But if you're like me, this can be overwhelming. You want to, okay, interesting, this article. So it's doing a little bit of an intro there. But that's the strategy, is kind of picking through and then finding ways to get the AI to write a little bit more of what you want. I'm not loving those results, so we'll test a little bit more. But that's the path to getting some really good content written up. Okay, cool. You found the notes. Yeah, it's in the description of the video. And if you didn't see it, you could just refresh. Maybe it wasn't there when you first loaded it. Let's see. I see a question coming in. Yeah, there's some great AI tools out there. Under the subscription impact, let me see. Couldn't understand that question, so I'll just continue on. All right, let's take a look here at that list of some different types of content. All right, so a recent challenge, a big lesson, something I'm really passionate about, a cause I'm passionate about. Sure. Increase your brand credibility by tooting your own horn. So recent accomplishment, how my team celebrated this accomplishment. I've been called the blank of my industry. Featured on. All right, that's a little bit too heavy for, like, those are pretty easy to do yourself. Let's take a look at this one. This is a really important one. Thought leadership, stand out from your competition. An interesting stat, my take on a recent trend. That one I think is really key. So let's say should be, or it really could be, let's try this one. Facebook advertising tips for service providers who want to build their brand and grow their business. All right, so this is for you, Natalie. You do Facebook ads management for service-based businesses. Section title. So a new trend is, video ads. I think this is a great way to boost conversions and make a stronger impact in your marketing. All right, so I can just give it a little bit of a thought. Really, truly, what comes to your head really fast? And this is the exercise. If you get in the flow of this and start working with AI, like as a real assistant, you can get these thoughts out to your market. And that's the key, is like, getting it out of your head, which is really tough to do unless you like have a great journaling practice and you're a good writer. But even that, it's kind of sloppy. So you're almost doing it here in this process. Let's just take a look here. Keep it short. Okay, a few tips. That's interesting. All right, this is expanding on that a little bit more. That was probably an excellent opportunity to tell your story. If you have a service that's difficult to describe or explain, video can help you get across the benefits of your product or service. That's that's great. That's a really good, quick thought that you could share. I mean, that one's really well done. So that's taking a trend and then putting your own opinion on it, and now that's elevating you as someone who knows what's going on. You're on the cutting edge of the trends, and you have an opinion about it and tips to share. That's huge. That's a really valuable post. And again, for website content, I know you were asking about that. The same strategy could work, right? You want to get some educational ideas or persuasive angles. The one thing you could try here is if you really want to move from educational content to sales content, just change this to sales copy. And let's just say um, goal. Let's try here. Convince. I'm going to say something like convince service providers to hire me to manage their ad campaigns. Sales copy here. Let's say I'm going to try to, what's it doing here? Change this. Helpful tip. I think that's, let's try this out. So if you want to try to sell them, so what you're going to do here is make this like you're tying a call to action into this. Let's see what it comes up with. Make a stronger impact on your marketing. All right, not bad. That's a little sale, like a little ad talking about something relevant. All right, helpful content for your website. That's, I mean, what I'm looking at is like, how do we get that point across? There's digging into the pain. So the sales copy will dig into a little bit more of the pain, and that could actually be useful as well in your overall marketing content. So what I usually do for sales copy is just type that in and just say, even just like my service, I help, I manage Facebook ads for service-based, right, businesses. This is where you could go into a little bit of like what's unique about you. But even if you just did that, you'll get some ideas. That's how simple it can be to sell anything, any product or service. You can just kind of give it a rough input. Like there's a great line for your website. Like my goal is to help small business owners and entrepreneurs leverage the power of Facebook ads to grow their business. Starting to break down is making up like, what do you do? It's coming up with like your potential clientele. This is a good point here. So it's expanding on that. So a few angles there. Let me know if that was helpful, Natalie, when it comes to like selling your stuff. This is the balancing act, right? And the two things that Copy AI is really good at is educational content and persuasive sales copy. Wherever you decide to use that stuff, it can be, a mix of emails, social media, website copy, sales page copy, uh, even educational content for trainings, courses, anything you want to create. So let's try a couple more of these. And if you have any questions, let me know. Be happy to do some examples for your business. All right, a recent trend, my take. I like that one a lot. Something my clients always ask me. Now that's a good one to just start to note. Like any things that come up, you can start to try this one out. So let's say again, I'm going to do a social media post to answer a question that I get asked a lot. Question, you know, at what point should I start running Facebook ads? Let's say that. About this. Am I ready to start running Facebook ads? Leave it at that, or you could have, if you have opinions on this, you could say something like answer, just drop in, type right now, just drop in a couple of your thoughts. So what are your thoughts on that? If you're making over, let's say, 10K a month, then it can help you scale and take it to the next level. Just getting ideas out of your head and then watch the magic happen. All right, these are your thoughts, your opinions, but you have to filter through the AI results. So it's almost like a Q&A here. And again, I feel like the richer content I get from that, a section of a blog post or a blog article. And I try to use that blog title, you know, um, Facebook ad tips for service based businesses. What I like about this is it is targeting the customer. So it's specific on who you want to reach and talk to. So including that in this like theoretical blog title. And then we'll say section title. Maybe just thoughts. Let's try that. So you see it expands a little bit. It's really interesting how creative it gets with these answers. Yeah, weirdly, I'm not as pumped about these results as I normally am. So sometimes it's not going to get you as close as you want. The other thing too is if you're seeing it's like too narrowed in on one idea, that's where you can actually reduce your input and let the AI kind of get more creative for you. And oftentimes you'll notice, at least what I've seen, is it does a pretty good job of answering. And I usually agree with the results. So sometimes running ads, but how do you know if you like this? This to me is pretty good here. I like that introduction. It's giving some tips. All right. I think these are pretty good. So I'm seeing better results with that strategy of having less input and a little bit more wide open creativity. So at that point, you can start to scan through and piece these things together as we did earlier to get your thoughts filled out. All right, let's take a look here. A couple questions came in. Good question, Mark. Yeah, this is I know that's something I've tried many times. Can I give the tool a blog post link and ask it to produce a short version of it, say with the bullets, so you can post on social media and back to my blog. Right now, it's not quite there. It just doesn't do a great job, and Copy.ai hasn't solved that completely. So I don't think there's a really good way to do that yet, but I know it's coming down the pipeline. OpenAI, for example, like what, just so you know, that the potential here of this technology is there are new features with OpenAI that haven't been released yet that they'll like summarize an entire book. And what they've found is they can summarize an entire book, like a novel, and summarize it in a paragraph. And it's equivalent or better than what humans could do having, read the book and summarize it in a paragraph. So it's so good at taking that much concepts and breaking it down. Like that's going to be possible at this stage. It's not quite there within Copy AI or at least the publicly available API access to this technology. So you might be a little bit early on that one. I'll keep an eye out though. It's a great question, Mark. I'll try to circle back on that. I've tried it in the past and I haven't really been able to find a good solution for that. All right, let's see. I'm working on marketing for a local yoga studio here in rural Missouri. 40 plus Christian women, maybe skeptical. Ooh, thanks, Carissa. Let's try that one out. Let's try. Ooh, this is interesting. There's a lot of layers to that one, Carissa. So what would be the big idea, the big concept that you want to get across? Um, you may want to move away from like the spiritual stuff, I guess, maybe focus more on the benefits of yoga for health and wellness. And maybe pull in themes from like a Christian audience around like being your best self, showing up fully, serving your community at a higher level. Those would be themes that I would pull out and try to focus on instead of maybe trying to like shift their whole worldview or like bring up difficult conversations like yoga and the benefits of yoga, and then try to focus in on show up as your best self, be of greater service to your community. And let's just say, I'll just try a friendly, nice, neutral tone there. The benefits of yoga. Let's see if it can help expand on that. See, it's educational. It's not being controversial or like talking about Eastern religious views or philosophies. And, it's going to, I would actually try to focus more on what they already agree to, like find that common ground. Let go of stress, make it easier for you to connect with other people. Also teaches you how to be compassionate with yourself. So that looks pretty well said, right? To me, that looks like some great content that would connect. All right, some basic ones there. And now maybe we could also say target audience. I could add that, right? So let's say Christian men over 40 who want to, you can really dig in here, who want to what's the value that they really care about? Want to feel better, healthier, so they can realize their full potential. This is good. Really niche down, Chris. I like how you can. This is a good example of the nuance of what Copy AI can do. Is really speak more clearly to your audience. When you show up as your best self, it's easier to be of greater service to others. This is bringing up themes of like our time is limited. So why not spend it on something that matters most? We feel more healthier and confident. Like, that helps us find a balance between mind, body, and spirit, more balance. That's pretty good stuff. I would even experiment in that case with like a Christian tone, that may bring in other like elements that would speak kind of in that dialogue that they're familiar with. Again, this is getting like pretty niche down, but this is what's possible with AI is you can fine tune this thing. Sometimes it'll just get lazy. This is exactly what we need as Christian women over 40. Be present in our lives, especially as we age, we can be of greater service to those around us. Look at that. These kind of like themes, like we can help our communities flourish. It's bringing up themes of challenges that they experience. Let me know if that's helpful. Great. Glad this is helping you out, Carissa. It's a pretty fun one to explore. There's an interesting line. Right. So now it's bringing up like these are more like the like bigger tones, like what God has called you to do, kind of thing. So the AI, I mean, it's obviously read a lot of these actually I'll show you where the AI's pull its information from. This is pretty crazy, right? So there's a common crawl of billions of like general websites, 12 billion books. I don't know what tokens means. Maybe it's not even sure. So, but basically books, Wikipedia, web text. So it's downloaded just like a huge chunk of the internet. Wikipedia. Anyway, the sources are so broad that like there's obviously it understands about pretty much anything you type in. So any direction you want it to go, it understands the kind of language that will speak to that audience. So just by shifting a few key points here of who the target audience is and the tone, you'll notice a big change in how it's writing. Super helpful. Glad that helped. Hey, Mark. Awesome. Glad you're loving it, man. It's so much fun. Honestly, like it's so much fun. I've spent so many hours with Copy.ai. And you could always go back and watch some of the previous demos. There's so much I've shared. And I even forget some of the little tips that I shared, but we've got now, this is demo number 132. So we've done quite a few. Just so you know, you'll want to take a look within the next few weeks, most likely, hopefully. There's going to be some new features coming out that we'll be diving into in these demos. But these kind of features, freestyle is the one I use a lot. A few things that you could explore here. Let's wrap up today. I'll just scan through this a little bit more. Some of these tips. Let's see. We covered recent trends. A tip I'd give someone just starting out. Those are good ones to think about. Something my clients always ask me. Creative brainstorming just to get it out of your head, and then work with Copy AI to turn it into some beautiful copy. All right, boost sales. We're talking about the results. All right, another great topic here. Results, limited time offer. Feedback I often receive from my customers has been one surprising benefit. These are really good. So feedback, like any breakthroughs, those are kind of the insights that are really unique. So benefits of yoga, and we could say, in this situation here, like if we follow this thread, like to me, this is kind of similar. Like I would probably pull out of like, what's going to be in this ideal scenario of that customer going through this, let's say in this case it was Christian woman in Missouri, over 40. They decided to try yoga. Like, what changes might have come up? And that could become like your section title in this situation, where you say, it's even just in their own words, like, it has helped me with my spiritual practice. It will help with your spiritual practice, right? All right. So in that case, again, I would pull out these things that would be kind of insights that only you as the expert would know from working with people and thinking about this. And then you can presenting that to your audience would be tricky. Like, how do you even start to describe this or explain it in a way that's compelling? Again, it'll kind of repeat things a little bit, but like right there, like that's grabbing it perfectly. Again, that kind of sales strategy helps you become healthier, but right, so that it's a classic formula that copywriters use. And I love watching the AI weave that together for you and bring these abstract thoughts together. There, I mean, look at that. So it's helping to bring those ideas together. You could do that for anything. So let's try just doing something more generic, like the Facebook ads example. I'll just try to say informative, uh, how to grow your service based business with Facebook ads. And then if we look here, a surprising benefit, like what is something a little bit different that maybe not is not as talked about? What would be a surprising benefit of Facebook ads? So the boost, a surprising benefit is the boost in brand authority by being seen more often uh, others in your industry. Something like that, like a concept that would be really fun to explore. And I wonder how it can handle that. Can it understand the whole context? Okay, interesting thoughts there. Let's take a look here. There it is. That to me captured it perfectly, right? The second result nailed it. So when running your Facebook ads, it's easy to focus on the numbers, how much money you're spending, how many leads are coming in, and so on. But one thing that's often overlooked, the effect these ads have on your online community and brand authority. The more people who see your ads, the more frequently they see them, the more they'll come to associate your business with whatever it is you're selling. That isn't just true with Facebook ads, it's all types. If you want to make sure that people are associating your brand with deliciousness or top-notch customer service or whatever it is that makes your company stand out, consider running ads at least once a month so everyone knows who you are. Like, that's really, really powerful. And I don't know if that thought has ever like been put out there in the market, right? That was just something that came to my mind. And then in this context of working with Copy AI, I'm truly like, it's magical how it can help you weave any abstract ideas together and say it in a way that sounds so well thought through. It's pretty stunning. So that second result grabbed the essence and understood exactly what I was trying to get across. I would pretty much take that and run with it. Like, now that's what they call in like copywriting, sales copywriting, like the benefit of the benefit. It's like, yeah, you run ads to get leads, or run ads to grow your business, but the other benefit is also you're now going to be seen as the top go-to person in your industry because everyone's seen your ads, you're showing up more consistently, and you're building that brand authority. So that's pretty cool. Long-term relationship. Look at that. Now that's actually the even beyond the benefit. Like now, when you show up more and you be seen that way, or when you present yourself as the authority by running ads and being showing up more, it's a great way to build long-term relationships and trust with potential clients. Those are some great points. Okay, so I like those exercises there. Different ways to think about what kind of content would really resonate and help me stand out. Yeah, Natalie, right? I'm glad you're still watching and you're gonna go use that. Like, feel free to go grab this stuff. And again, anytime you want to get in here and try it out for yourself, this formula here has worked well for me. So, putting this in the context of a blog article, it writes in a more conversational way. And you could even try using a conversational tone here, but informative, educational, they seem to be pretty effective. It takes maybe a little bit of experimenting to find what works. I think this seems to be getting the idea, like how to grow. I should probably should put your, but it still figured it out. Your service-based business with Facebook ads, section title. And this, you could literally just come up with anything, any random idea you want to get across, put it in there and watch what happens. Hey, what's up, Alberto? Been using it for a long time. The improvement is incredible. Yeah, that's one of the benefits and one of the strategies with Copy AI is having over 2 million users now. there's there's a lot of additional learning. So there's a couple layers to how the AI works. The bottom layer is Open AI, which is a company that has invested billions of dollars to create these supercomputers. They've allowed access for developers to build tools on top of it. So that's where Copy AI is. And now Copy AI has a unique set of data with 2 million users writing this types of copy. It's able to learn at a more refined level. So that's what the Copy AI team is doing, is learning from the Copy AI users while leveraging that billion-dollar underlying technology. So it's pretty exciting where within less than 2 years now, where this technology is, how smart it is, what it can do for you. And just so you know, like, it's going to get even better very soon. Like, this technology is improving very quickly. So the near future, oh man, it's exciting. Yeah, with non-English, I'm not multilingual myself, but I have heard from many people that using the language options are very good. So I have friends who speak Spanish, and they've tried doing, English inputs, Spanish outputs. From what I hear, the results are pretty amazing. Now, I can't really attest to that myself, so not the expert, but you could try that. Just change it right there and do one click. If you speak multiple languages, read it for yourself and try it out. So, I mean, you understand, like, what's really cool is how it's so far beyond just kind of like grabbing things and re-saying them or rewording stuff. It's really creative in how it can take abstract concepts and weave it together, make really clear points, be persuasive. Truly amazing. So let's continue on. I think we've got a few more here. An issue in my industry getting me really fired up. Yeah, so there you go. So like you'd say something like, stop, this is a great one. Stop waiting. The opportunity is now. Facebook ads are still a great value, and if you're not using them, then you're leaving money on the table, right? Something you're fired up about. Maybe you'd want to see something like bold here, a little bit different. Even persuasive could work here. So this link here, again, you can go to look up things to post to grow your brand, infographic, I guess, or just search images, and you can find this if you want it. I just found it online. But the whole goal here is like, how do you implement that? And that's normally where people get stuck, right? Like, great, these are all stuff I should be sharing, but how do you actually do it? Well, this is a process you can sit down and write it out. I mean, this is a really like this is going to sell it here. So it's a persuasive tone. It's like more edgy. It's a little bit more bold. And again, is it more cost effective? I don't know. Is the AI always 100% right? No. You need to be the expert here. You need to proofread. If it makes bold claims and statements, consider a placeholder. Always verify any of this type of like stats or details that it provides. You need to proofread all that for sure. I don't know if this is true or not. It may be. Usually it's pretty close. Look at this. It's even giving us like 3 key points here. People love that kind of stuff on social media, right? Even your website, 3 reasons you need to be running ads now. Good stuff. And here's a little bit more of the opinion angle. The last few years, I've seen the advertising landscape shift dramatically. It's become harder to reach your target audience without paying for it. So it's addressing their belief, their concern. It's doing a great job. So something like more bold like that, or even just be like, be more aggressive. Like if you need to, how to grow your business. Like you have to take action, quit waiting. That's an interesting angle. Hey, I love this. I use it in German and English most of the time. I'm a native German and can say the German is perfect. Yeah, it does a wonderful job, especially I use it most of the time in other languages than English. There you go, Ken. Again, yeah, I'm not the expert there, so it's great to hear some feedback on that. Thanks. Friends in Italy, nice. Yeah, it's a in the near future too, like things will be instantly translated. That's what the AI is going to do for us. There'll be like no barriers to communication anymore. Super cool. All right, we are at the hour, so I'm going to wrap up. I think I got through all your questions. Got a lot of you watching live still, so thanks for hanging out. If you have any other questions, we've got the Facebook group you can go join between now and our next demo. You can check out the YouTube channel. We've got many awesome demos there as well. So browse through some of the recent demos that I've done for different types of topics, and you'll see different ways to use Copy.ai for blogging, email writing, all those good things. The last thing I'll show you is a fun one. I like to always, if you're really stuck on content ideas, you just say a list of blog titles to attract my ideal customer. And you could say, my service, I help, I manage Facebook ads for service-based businesses. And that might be enough. Right, this is for you, Natalie. A list of blog titles, and blog titles could be like those topic ideas. Let's just see. I'm going to try persuasive. Shouldn't make a difference. We're getting a list, and what I may add here is a list of like 10, so it pushes it a little bit more, but let's just see what it comes up with. Here are ideas of what you could write about. Social media presence. 5 tools to help you get the most out of your Facebook ad campaigns. 7 things you should never do when managing Facebook. Okay, that maybe not the best. Why you need Facebook ad strategy for your service-based business. The best time to post on Facebook according to science. 9 tips. Things you need to know before. And again, that might just prompt, okay, 8 things. That's 8 different posts. Like what you need to know before you start running it, right? This is that process. If you need to, if you want to really, if you're totally stuck with content ideas, this is how you can start to kickstart your creativity. And let's just say social. Again, we can do that. I'm going to leave that blank. Just gonna see what happens. I'm not even gonna tell it what I'm looking to create. I'm just gonna put my service and the topic. Sometimes I get lazy and I just don't want to think. That's the other benefit of AI. All right, it gave me some things. You don't need a degree in marketing to make sure your business. That's why we put together a list of 8 things. Keep it short, punchy, use images. There you go. There's 7 content ideas for you, Natalie, for your content marketing. And that's a way to get out of the rut. Like, all right, I'm going to have the AI help me come up with these ideas. If you're struggling, even after going through this, and you're like, I don't know, what am I passionate about? I don't know. Just grab some content ideas from here, and then you can share some tips. And then go back to that same process. Exactly what I did before, and that structure, the blog title, the blog section. Now you have sections of a blog. And the title, I would keep that title still in that case. How to grow your business, your service-based business with Facebook ads. And then I would say like helpful tip, use images that speak to your audience. And then boom, you're gonna have a whole piece of content written about that. Targeting, image creation, headlines. You have endless topics here you could write about. We can scan through, and this will even do it for you. Like, know your audience. If you don't have an idea of how to respond, be consistent with your messaging. Another great point. So that's the big takeaway today. Let's review types of content. Showed you 20 different types of content. You can turn your abstract random ideas into full-blown beautiful posts very quickly. You can repurpose them in many ways. Writing out that quick blurb could be a starting point. Test it on social media. Maybe expand that and turn it into a blog or a video on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. Just getting that first version written up is a huge first step. And then it's actually way easier to repurpose it in other ways. Oops. And then if you're totally stuck, you saw that last tip right there. You can actually have the AI give you ideas of what to write about. All right, Natalie, glad it helped. Okay, that's it for today. Take care, and I will see you all again soon. Let me see here, just a couple final thoughts. It's really good for that speed to first draft, get ideas out of your head, written up, and out to your market way faster. Save time, reduce stress, boost productivity. Can help you with so many things: blog writing, social media, website copy, ads. If you want more in-depth training on any of those topics, check out the YouTube channel. We go in there and write them all up for you so you can see how to do it. And be sure to try it out for yourself. Sign up for Copy.ai, put in some basic info, and watch the AI generate original content for your business in seconds. All right, everyone, take care. See you soon.